Hi, Debbie with Stitching. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had pleasant holidays. I'm going to be celebrating my 2-year YouTube channel anniversary, January 5th of 2023, which I'm hoping to have this posted on that day, but that's actually tomorrow, so maybe not. But this year we're going to be doing something a little different. At this point in time, like everyone else in the world, we're needing to tighten our belts a little bit. So I can't invest in a bunch of designs that I'm really only using to make YouTube videos. I don't have daughters, I don't have granddaughters, and my sons and my grandson are not that interested in embroidery work for the most part. Once in a great while they want something, but normally no. So when I purchase designs, it is literally just to make YouTube videos, or because I thought it was pretty and I wanted to do it. I can't do that right now. So I have been making designs for 20 years. Yeah, about 20 years. I got my first embroidery machine in 1999. Second, I replaced it with a bigger field in 2000 and started making the oldest design that I found on my computer that I had made was from 2002. So that would be 21 years ago. Anyhow, I made this last night and I thought, why not? We'll put it up for sale. I do have a design store. I've been slowly putting designs up in. Not all of them, because for one thing, software has changed and so have designs. Way back when, designs tended to be very stitch intensive, and we were going for these, artistic looks and things like that. Oh, even just 10 years ago. A lot of shading, a lot of it, but it made it very, very stitch intensive. So most of those designs I won't ever post. No one's going to want them. You're going to have to use a lot of fabric underneath it. Nowadays, it's more for lightweight and applique, that kind of a thing. So I was creating this for myself. This is on a piece of flannel. It's a scrap from a pair of pajama bottoms I made myself last week. And I had a t-shirt that I had taken some words off of. And of course, it's very difficult to take stitches out for letters. And it had little tiny holes in it. So I thought the best thing would be to put a panel over it. I do that a lot. If I have a design that, puts a hole in it, or I make a mistake or something like that, I have a shirt that's damaged, I will make a panel and stitch it down. Usually I leave it where it has fray edges because I just think it's adorable when they fray. But this one I'm going to roll under and stitch down. I don't want it to fray, I don't think. So I will iron all this underneath and then just a little spritz to hold it in place on my t-shirt, and I will sew it down. The design is just I call it a sketch of a kitten sleeping. I love cats, so that's what I decided I wanted on it. I put a couple of hearts on it, mostly because I'm working on Valentine designs right now, so that's what it made me think of. Just ignore that noise. I'm not starting this again. This is my 6th intro. I didn't close the door because no one was here, and then everybody came home. So I'm not doing it again. Anyhow, so Following this intro will be the design stitching out. If you want to watch it stitch out, be my guest. The design will be up for sale on my Etsy store, ME Stitching. That's where I am putting my embroidery designs, machine embroidery designs. I will put a link down below. Please check it out if you're interested. I used a 5x7 hoop on this, and I actually used a cutaway. I used a black bobbin, and okay, I can tell you there is a mistake that you can do with your pre-wounds. Pre-wounds have something to make them kind of stick together, the thread to stick just slightly together so that it won't unwind in the box, right? And for Christmas, I got an electric desk, you know, one of those that go up and down. It's what I wanted for over in the spot where I had had that previous embroidery machine. I had given my son the shelving unit that used to be there. My cats wanted their space back, so I put my little rolling cabinets there, and when I got the desk, I just raised it up high enough so they could still lay on the top of those things. But what I didn't think about was my heater vent is right underneath, and my son had put the desk and everything up for me. He'd opened the vent. So my bobbins were heat set. And you see all these spots? That's where the bobbin, the slight adhesive on that bobbin would catch and break the threads. I rewound a few on some empty machine bobbins that I had, and I'm hoping that that'll work. I'll give it a shot. If it doesn't, then I, have to throw the whole box of bobbins out, which is kind of upsetting, but it happens. We need to think ahead on these things. Do not keep your pre-wound bobbins where there is a heat source. It's now, the vent is closed, there's a board over top of it, so everything in those cabinets are safe. But that would be why my drawers weren't sliding as smoothly, all that kind of stuff. Hey, I got those things 20 years ago. It's amazing. I paid $20 for each one of them, and when I wanted another one, it cost me almost $100 to get another one like it, but white, because the wood cost even more, the wood tone. So it doesn't match. I don't care. It's like, holy moly, a lot. Things have really gone up in 20 years. Anyhow, wow. I'm just off on a tangent. But this is my sketch kitten. And it does stitch out nice. It stitches out nice. I tried a couple of new little things with it in the program. Turned around, changed it. I made it last night. Stitched it out. It looks beautiful, I think. I did get my fabric just a little off. As you can see, the line doesn't go straight. I stuck it in the hoop and didn't have it perfectly straight. So I don't care. It's good. I'm sleeping in it. I'll just have my line off a little bit there. But if you are interested in watching it stitch out, that's going to play after this. So just keep watching and you'll see it stitch out. It actually got turned on after I think the whole face was stitched, when I thought, I should videotape this. And I turned it on then. And some of it will be deleted out. It's not a real long stitch out. I think it was 8 minutes. But I can put that information down below. All I have to do is turn my machine on and look at the screen. It'll tell me on the screen. It doesn't tell you that in your patterns. But every machine is different. So when you pull it up in your machine, it may not have the same stitch time as my machine. but it should be relatively close. I mean, unless you're using an industrial machine that's doing 1,200 stitches a minute, most of them run between 8 and 1,000. My fob can do embroidery designs. It does, I think, 1,100 stitches per minute, but don't quote me on that. My Baby Lock Flourish does 850 at top speed. With satin stitches, they speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. So, you know, it's not continuously, no machine is continuously doing its top speed anyways. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.